Hey, this is awesome. Get a chance to jump in on a Zoom call here with Jett Lawrence, who I guess my main question is this. First of all, everybody wants to know, we saw you back on the bike last week. Are you riding? How's it feeling? What's the progress here?
Yeah, it's been awesome being back on the bike. We had to start on the road track for a few days, and then went onto the outdoor track. I was feeling amazing on the road track. Thought I was just back to normal. Went on the outdoor track, and I didn't realize how hard dirt bikes actually are. So, no, we're getting there. We're just trying to get the balance and just trying to take our time. My head and my eye speed is kind of two different levels right now. I'm thinking of what I need to do, and then my eyes and everything's coming fast. I'm trying to go too fast for what I am right now, but it's fun. I'm just so glad to be back on the bike and have a regular schedule again. So while waking up and kind of doing training and that stuff, and then just having so much free time, knowing my day's full of stuff. So it's been nice to be back on the bike and riding this new 25 Honda. It's been awesome. Honda's been doing good on it. And I'm going to do some testing next week on it, and hopefully come into SMX going crazy.
What's interesting is, yes, your schedule has to be based on SMX. When you talk to the surgeon, doctors, physical therapists, and all that, did they say that's a reasonable timeline, or is this a bit of a rush just because of the racing schedule?
Would I like more time for SMX? Of course I would. Everyone wants more time. But, we got dealt with the 6 weeks, and thankfully after the 6 weeks, I was able to be back on the bike. And surprisingly, it wasn't painful at all. We did a lot of therapy during those 3 weeks, spent a lot of time out in California with Dr. G, and just kind of working it, getting a lot of PT done on it, and getting that full range of movement back. And it's kind of cut the healing down a lot. So coming back on the bike, it wasn't as painful. And we got how many more weeks? 2 weeks, I think, until SMX. So, this week was my first week back on an outdoor track. So we're looking forward to it. Makes it exciting for me. Gives a good challenge. Hopefully I'm back to a little bit more like myself just before SMX, so I can be a little bit more calm. But I'm just back to get out there, back to getting that adrenaline, those nerves on race day. I miss it. I just kind of realized how much of an adrenaline junkie I am. So I'm looking forward to it.
I ask riders this all the time when they're out injured. Most of them, guys at your level who their goal is to win the title, they don't want to watch. They don't want to go through the pain of a title that maybe I could have won, I can't compete for. So what was it like for you this summer? Did you watch, or did you just tune out?
If I didn't have my brother and Chance racing, I probably wouldn't have tuned in. But because of those guys, I watched. And I'm pretty sure after every time I watched, even if I did training before, I went and did more training after, because it just would get me so motivated and so pissed off that I would have to go do more training after, because I just had to get the anger out almost of missing out. Because, this is a silly mistake on my behalf, and it's cost me a lot of money, a lot of wins, a lot of fun races. It sucks, that's what we live for. So, a lot of times I would watch the race and then go do more training after, because I was just pissed.
Hey, as far as having Hunter in the hunt, did you become a bit of a pseudo coach a little bit? If you were watching the races, would you then download with him Sunday, Monday, or go to the track with him during the week?
Sadly, I would have loved to do that, but a lot of the time I was in California just getting my thumb therapy. I got to come back for the week of testing and got to kind of put some 2 cents in, but Hunter already kind of knows what he needs to do, and he's already there's not a lot I can give to him. Any extra is going to make him go immense faster, so he's it's just going to take some more time again, that extra speed. Chase has that bit of extra speed right now, but I think this new bike will help it a lot. With the 24, we were struggling, a lot of confidence and stuff like that, especially myself too. We're just trying to commit to some things. I think I had a little bit more of a dumber brain, so I just kind of go with it and just try to adapt, where Hunter's more methodical with it. So I think this new bike helps a lot. As you can see, as soon as we hopped on it, I ended up getting a win at Unadilla. Rode unbelievable there. Battled with Chase. So I think there's more race he spends on that bike, the better and better he'll go. So it's good to see as a brother, but it's going to make my life hell as well, going back on the bike. But no, I'm glad I get to chase him now. I've been kind of leading one the past year or so. So going back riding again, I was complaining all this week. I'm like, gosh damn, he just rides away from me. What am I doing wrong? Like, I feel like I'm going fast. So, no, I'm excited for him. I didn't give him too much tips. So I got to keep some in the back pocket maybe, but no. He rides unbelievably well. So I'm just sure once he gets a good flow, get a nice setting, he'll do good.
Yeah, that's my last thing for you. You are going to get as close to 100% as you can, but I'm sure you're not going to know until we get to Charlotte, maybe when you're in the race, how good you're really going to feel. But last year, Charlotte was a bit of a struggle for you also. The standard that you set is very high. We expect you to win and battle up front every time you line up. Is there a part of you that is like, this might be a building process, at least round one of SMX, like last year?
I haven't thought it yet. My thinking process, I think, is a little different from most. I always try and set my standard up high. I mean, I've been telling my dad and that staff that I want to come back and I want to win every single SMX. Is that going to happen? If the stars align, maybe. But I mean, Chase is looking really good, and I could lose a lot. I may even lose the SMX, but how I'm already going to lose the SMX if I come in already thinking that, So I got to make sure I think confidently. And, I've been working hard. I feel strong and fit. We just got to get the bike side there again, and hopefully we'll be good.
All right, well, thanks for jumping in with us. And you don't have to be upset not being at the races anymore, because the next race, we'll just have you on the bike, right?
Exactly. I'm finally going to be on the bike at one of the races, I was complaining about the flying. I didn't like the flying each weekend and all that stuff and all the delayed flights. Now I miss it a bit, Once you take some time away from it, then you miss it. So, no, I'm excited to come back and see the fans and be with the team again on the weekends and just kind of get the elbows banging a bit, and get that adrenaline rush again. Gosh, I miss it. I've been racing like grandmas in my cars on the freeway. They look at me, they blinked at me the right. They want to race, so I start racing them. So I'm ready to be back.
All right, that's going to be awesome to have you. Great stuff in the interview, too. So thanks for the time. See you in Charlotte.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, before we wrap this show up, just a quick reminder, when we return to racing, that'll be September 7th, ZMAX Dragway at Charlotte. The pre-race show begins at 2:30 Eastern. Racing begins at 3. Same time schedule for round 2 of the playoffs at Fort Worth and Texas Motor Speedway. And then 9:30 p.m. will be the pre-race show, 10 p.m. Eastern, racing for the World Championship finale, September 21st.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.